You didn't blow your account because your strategy failed. You blew it because you stopped following it. And somewhere in that moment, you knew. That's the part no one talks about. Most traders come to this market with a real plan. Entry rules, a stop loss, a defined risk. They've tested it, they believe in it, and for the first few trades, they follow it. Then one trade goes wrong, not catastrophically, just wrong, and something shifts, not in the market, in them. Picture this. It's a Tuesday morning. You've had a good month. Not life-changing money, but consistent, real, yours. You take a trade. It's in your plan. The setup is clean. Then it goes against you. Slightly, just slightly. You check the chart. You check it again. The stop is right there. You know exactly where it is. But you don't close it. You tell yourself the structure is still intact. Give it room. That's the first lie. Price keeps moving. Now you're at twice your risk. You're not thinking about the trade anymore. You're thinking about the month, about what it means if you close this now, about the version of yourself that had a good month, and what happens to him if you take this loss. It doesn't turn around. You close it, manually, late, and within 20 minutes, you're in another trade. Same pair, bigger size, not because the setup is there, because you need to get it back. By Friday, 6 weeks of gains are gone, not from one bad trade, from everything that happened after the first one. Every trader watching this has a version of that story. The details change, the sequence doesn't. So what's actually happening inside you in that moment? The human brain was not built for trading. It was built for survival. And in survival mode, a loss is not a financial event. It registers as a threat. When you're down on a trade, your amygdala fires the same signal it would if you were being chased. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for patience, logic, long-term thinking, goes offline. The emotional brain takes control. And the emotional brain has one priority: make the pain stop, right now. So it moves the stop. It holds the position. It does whatever it takes to avoid closing that loss, because closing it makes it real. And real means you failed. The market didn't break you. Your nervous system did. Here's the hard truth. You don't have a strategy problem. You have a self-regulation problem. The strategy works when you follow it, but following it requires you to sit inside discomfort and not react. It requires you to take a loss and feel nothing. It requires you to watch a winner reverse and not move a muscle. Most people cannot do that, not because they're undisciplined, not because they're weak, because they have never trained for it. They've only ever studied the setup. Think about what that means. A surgeon doesn't learn to operate by reading textbooks. They train in conditions designed to simulate pressure until the hands know what to do before the mind decides. An athlete doesn't learn composure by wanting it. They build it through thousands of repetitions under stress until the response becomes automatic. Consistency is not a habit. It is a trained response. And most traders spend years learning how to read a chart and 0 hours learning how to read themselves. So here is one thing you can do, starting today. Not a system, not a new indicator. One question. Before you deviate from your plan, before you move the stop, before you add to the position, before you open the revenge trade, you stop and you ask yourself this: am I trading my plan, or am I trading my last trade? That question is a circuit breaker. It forces your prefrontal cortex back online for 5 seconds. 5 seconds is enough to see what's actually happening, because most of the time, you already know the answer. You just needed something to interrupt the momentum of the emotion. Write that question on a piece of paper. Put it where you trade, not as a reminder of what to do, as a mirror for what you're actually doing. The traders who survive this market long term are not the ones with the best entry. They are the ones who learn to recognize themselves in the worst moments and do nothing. Every account that was blown had a moment. One single moment where the trader knew exactly what they were supposed to do and chose differently. Not because they didn't know better, because in that moment, knowing wasn't enough. The market will always give you another setup. The question is whether you'll be the same person when it does. That's the work, not the indicator, not the time frame, not the system. You